The season finale began with the Final Four facing off in a Final Four Showdown relay in the Care Student Union Ballroom. The winner of this challenge would ultimately earn one of the spots in the Final Three to face the jury. They would also earn the right to select another castaway from the Final Four to join them in the Final Three. Once that was decided, then the two remaining castaways would have to battle it out for the final spot in the Final Three. The relay was divided into 3 legs. Part 1 was called Survivor Tower. Each of the Final Four began in Ballroom 3 at their starting sign holder. They then headed to Ballroom 1 to grab one large box at a time from the random boxes that were spread out. Once they had a box, they needed to bring it back to their assigned area in Ballroom 3. Then, they could go back and retrieve a second box. Their goal was to create a tower with the 6 boxes so that they spelled Grivet, their current monkey team, when read from top to bottom on both sides. If they chose a box that they didn't need, then they needed to first return that box to Ballroom 1 before they could get another one. Once they had a freestanding tower, they could ask for a check, and then they were able to move on to Part 2. A few of the castaways got stumped by having the wrong spelling of Grivet on one side of their tower, and were forced to rebuild their stack, while others coasted through this first stage with ease. Part 2 was called Sticky Ball Head. Players began in Ballroom 3 by using their assigned color circle cone, red, yellow, green, or blue, and placing it on their head. Then, they placed one plastic ball of their assigned color on top of the circle cone so it rested in the middle of their head. Then they had to carefully move themselves to Ballroom 2 and lower their heads to have the ball stick by itself to the packaging tape that existed between 2 stanchions. Once they got the ball to stick, they then could return back to Ballroom 3 for their next ball. They couldn't use their hands to touch the ball or the cone on their head once they were beyond the green zone area. If they did at any time, then they had to go back to the start with those items. This repeated itself until they've got all 6 plastic balls on their assigned tape. This was no easy challenge, but Connor proved how to get the job done. After a check, they were able to move on to the final part. However, the host informed them that only the first 3 players to make it past this part would be able to compete in Part 3. The last player would be immediately eliminated from the challenge, which unfortunately was Danielle. Part 3 was called the Flame Puzzle. Connor and Hope were the first ones to reach this stage and were eligible to finish out the challenge. Jack narrowly claimed the last spot after completing the sticky ball head. The 3 players received a burlap bag that contained 23 plastic puzzle pieces and 1 base, gray, red, or purple. They had to assemble the Survivor Flame so it stood up vertically as a 3D puzzle using all of the pieces. The first player to complete the flame puzzle won the challenge. Even though Connor had a commanding lead in parts 1 and 2 of this challenge, he struggled mightily to put together the pieces of this puzzle, even with encouragement from his wrestling team supporters. Jack attempted to build his, but his late arrival to this part of the challenge prevented him from catching up with Hope, who soared to her 3rd and most important individual challenge victory of the season.
Hope, everyone drop what they're doing. Hope has submitted herself to the Final 3.
Hope then had 2 minutes to chat with the other castaways and render a decision on who she was going to take to the Final 3 with her.
But, I mean, I don't know, there's really, please, I think you already have your mindset, so whoever you pick, not
the most loyal to me. I don't know if that was my case with you. I don't know what type of relationships you formed. You could either take someone that you think that you can win, or go loyal. It's up to you. I'm not going to plead a case. Whatever your decision is, I'm cool with it.
In the end, she decided to bring Danielle with her and wished the boys good luck as they battled it out for that final spot in the next challenge. Who managed to join Hope and Danielle in the Final 3? Stay tuned.